Hey everybody, it's me, Jurassic What, and today we're talking about the final episode in Season 6 of Carl, Toad Town Academy Part 2. Now, I have to say, this episode is actually kind of decent. I think it's better than the first part, and I think decent was definitely not a big enough word to describe it. I actually enjoy it throughout. I like how unhinged everyone gets during Carl's plan to make Miss Bishop look like a bad principal. And I like the talks they have with Staffordshire when it feels like Staffordshire is just completely different. And both Coach Johnson and Steelix are both as enjoyable as they usually are. And the team up with Gooper was pretty nice, and Calvin was actually good in the episode. Really, the only thing I didn't like was the episode did take the predictable route and choose to go back to the status quo. Staffordshire's principal again. Me and all my friends in my Discord server were really hoping for a more unique ending, but I think that it works well enough here despite that. It's just a slight little nitpick. It was predictable in every sense of the word, but the things around it help it not just be flat out terrible. And now we have the ending where Felix decided to propose to Staffordshire, and now they are getting married. Okay, I'm sorry that I don't really have too much to say on this episode. My audio is only 2 minutes long, but there's not really much I can say here. It's basically the exact kind of story you'd expect this to be, even if I do still enjoy it. But I wanted to say something important. This video has not just been brought to you by me. I actually have someone working on this video with me. And he's a member of my Discord server, and I'll bring him into the video now.
Hello everybody, is that Ibuski here? You're probably wondering, gee, who is this guy and how does Austin know him? Well, for short context and a short story to also go with that, I first started watching Austin's content in mid-2025, and I was really interested in his Freeze Flame reviews, and he managed to open my eyes up to many videos and characters I didn't really know much about. So, through there, I was consistently watching his content up until earlier in the month or the month prior when he posted his link to his Discord server on his YouTube channel. And so I joined his channel, we started going to the VCs, and we sort of hit it off there. And we just streamed, and me and him, we just streamed the episode together. So let me tell you my thoughts of how this episode was. This was honestly such a super tasteful way to end off the season. Almost everything about it was perfect. I was kind of fearing that, with the whole Truth or Consequences 2 thing that happened back in 2024, where it was basically Ludwig's Dilemma done very wrong, I was kind of fearing that the same thing would happen to Toad Town Academy 2 too. But that's not the case. That's not the case here. It is actually really, really tasteful. So, the parts I really liked, honestly, I honestly liked seeing Staffordshire's backstory, and though Freeze paints her as a character we're all supposed to hate, you can't really, he makes it really hard for us to hate her here, as she was just trying to live up to her father. Another thing I loved about this episode was Carl and Gooper's team up. This time, it's even better. Because rather than just Carl and Gooper's parties teaming up, they're getting the whole school together to take over the school and call for Bishop's immediate removal. And honestly, it was it was just beautiful to see. It was just beautiful to see, like, the two parties come together and rile up everybody to basically take over the school. And the fact that the coach was left behind was just a bit funny. I liked the bit with like Blooper and the coach. That was honestly really funny at that. And also, yeah, Buckingham is always super cool. I always love people like him. I had people like that in school as well. And yeah, it was honestly super beautiful, even towards the end when Felix came up and proposed to Sydney, setting up for their wedding. And Johnson's reaction is priceless. John is a fucking incel, man. He is the literal definition of an incel. He's not a simp, man. He's an incel, bro. He's the perfect definition of an incel. He is literally Francis just done right. That's kind of crazy to say regarding that Francis didn't even exist yet. But overall, though, this episode was super good. It had its moments, and it even came. And I didn't really like. I didn't really like the drama. I didn't. Not like I didn't like. I didn't really mind the drama that Carl and his friends was having about leaving the school. I didn't really mind it, and I also love that Calvin, despite being the big dick he is, he still very much cares for Felix and Sapphire relationship. Felix especially, because of how much he's had to go through. Felix has had to go through so much over the years, and as someone who's on the spectrum myself, I kind of feel for him when it comes to girls, honestly. I've always been played around, but honestly, final review for the episode, it's second place to Goodbye Marvin. It's a second place to Goodbye Marvin. It's honestly a beautiful episode. I loved everything about it. It's just it's a super beautiful way to end the season and set up for the next episode of the first season, or if that might get potentially saved towards the end. Anyways, my final ranking of the review, it's a 9.9 out of 10. It's super goated. All right, that's all for me.
Alright, guys. So, overall, I thought season 6 of Carl was alright. I'm gonna say that there were 2 episodes I didn't like, but it picked up in the later half, and it managed to get 5 episodes that I thought were good to decent. Bowser's Koopaling Season 7 managed to surpass it with its more recent lineup, but Carl Season 6 was okay for what it was.